Hey guys, it is Michaela here, back again from Invisible Reads. So today I am here to talk about annotating. Annotating your books, annotating the books you read for pleasure, and what that means to me. Recently I've been watching a lot of videos on people's opinions on annotating their books and how they feel about it, why they do it or don't do it, and what they like or don't like about it. I just kind of wanted to add my 2 cents to the discussion because I think it is an important discussion and I think it's something that we should think about more as booktubers and book lovers and all that kind of thing. So lately I have been toying with the idea of annotating my books. When I first started annotating, I was just kind of putting sticky notes in my books. So like I would have a different color for everything that I wanted to track and I would put sticky notes in there. That worked for me pretty well. I did enjoy that. I liked how that helped me find what I liked about a book, what I didn't like about a book, and kind of helped me identify some of the important things to me. I did continue doing that, but I wasn't doing it as heavily as I did in the beginning, and I was just kind of like putting sticky notes where the quotes were that I liked, and that worked out really well too. It really helped me with my book journal that I was telling you guys about a little while ago, and helped me identify the quotes that I wanted to put in that journal and the things that really stuck with me. And I liked that a lot. And then I decided to go a step further because they're my books. I'm the one that's reading them, and if someone wants to borrow my book, they're going to get my copy of the book and not just any old copy that they could have picked up. So I decided to start actually writing in my books. I know, shocker, oh my god, so scary. It was kind of scary in the beginning. Like the first time I put my pen to the paper, it was terrifying, honestly, because I've always been of the opinion like, no, keep your books pristine, keep them nice, keep them like looking like you just bought them. And I think that's a valid opinion, but I also think that it doesn't necessarily work for me. I like the look of a book that's been well loved and well used and kind of beat up and bruised. And I think that those kind of books are really cool, and I've always enjoyed looking at other people's opinions on books, and being able to see that within the book itself is really cool to me. So I kind of wanted to try it out. So I started doing this with 5 to 1 by Holly Bodger, and I would just kind of write down my thoughts right next to the little pieces of text, and just like quick little jots, nothing too serious or thought-provoking, honestly, just kind of writing down what I thought at that exact moment. And this worked for about like 20 pages. I was doing it really frequently, writing down everything I thought about it. And then I was sort of realizing that it was taking me way longer than it should have to be reading this book, because as you saw, it is written mostly in verse, and it was taking me a long time to get through it because I was stopping every few paragraphs to write my thoughts, and I don't know, I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. I did enjoy being able to kind of claim the book as my own, but I don't think that it really enhanced my reading experience, so I decided to stop doing that. While I did enjoy the experience of it, I don't think I'm going to continue actually writing in my books, and I think that's valid, and I think trying it out really helped me figure that out. I was excited to give it a try, and I'm happy to say that I have tried it, and even though it didn't work out for me, I'm still happy that I gave it a shot. So I think it's important to try it at least once, and just to kind of see if it'll work for you or not. I think I'm going to continue with post-iting my books, and I think I'm probably going to continue post-iting them to an extreme extent because I like knowing where all the good pieces are, where all the good quotes are, where all the funny parts are. And even if it's a bad book, I like knowing exactly what made me upset with the book, because if I'm going to be reviewing books for you guys in the future, I need to know exactly how I felt about a book just from glancing at it. And I think a lot of times in our heads we will kind of try to justify things for a story, or things kind of get messed up in our heads sometimes, and we'll think that a book is more funny than it was, or more well written than it was, or a character was less annoying than they were. And I think it's important to be able to look at specific pieces of evidence within the book and say, oh no, this is kind of how it actually played out and not what I'm remembering. And I think that is a big part of why I wanted to start annotating my books. So I will continue annotating, but just not necessarily writing within the book unless I feel like it was a very powerful part. But I'm not as scared of doing it anymore, and I think that was a big step for me. So thank you so much for listening to my 2 cents about this. I know that this is kind of a discussion that doesn't get had a lot, especially on BookTube, mostly because people are like, that's blasphemous, how dare you say that? But I think that it's something that we should consider. Even if we figure out that it's not something that we like I did, I think that it's still a valid thing to do, and I think it's still a valid way to feel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye!